Setting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Vick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Vick to throw on 4th down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. There's Michael Vick. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Here we go, set.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
4th down, Vick. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They're going to try and throw. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Vick will look to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Vick. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
5 yards remain on second down. Now here's Vick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. It'll be Vick once more. This is brought in by Casper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing, Vick. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now here's another interception. Steve Atwater with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And what a big-time play there. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Vick now. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Aviators have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that can overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd down, to run with Patterson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Ready?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Vick to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Here we go. 19
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That throw by Vick incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got a man. It's the tight end, Casper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dave Casper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Aviators go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. And touchdown! Cordero Patterson, 51 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Vick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Vick. Incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by the 8-time Pro Bowler Steve Atwater. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot for Michael Vick. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15.